Well, hello everybody, welcome to Robert's train set. And as you can see, I did a little trip to G.E.T.S 2023. And I just thought I'd do a normal video, show you the trains and all the bits that we all like to watch. Didn't quite work out like that, I don't think. When I come back from doing a trip, I tend to plug the camera into the TV and shoot and see what I've shot. Yeah, let's say that. So do what I've shot. Well, I did it this time, and my first inclination was to just bin it all and not do a video at all. So what you're about to see is a cobble together of what I could retrieve from the ruins, so to speak. And I thought, rather than making it like a proper G.E.T.S video, of which there will be many for you to see and see all the trains running superbly. I've already seen one that's looking very good, and he's the first one out, so he's done well. So I took my old Polaroid camera with me and my cube camera, like I normally do. The cube camera never got taken out of the bag. Didn't get on the layout at all, layouts. And I did everything with this. But this is being recorded obviously on my camcorder. So what I thought I'd do is just tell you really about my day, but my day does not start on Saturday the 14th of October, this being the 15th of October, so G.E.T.S 2023 is still on and there are all people still looking at it all, but I'm at home in Essex. So first thing to do is decide you know, when you're going to go, whether you're going to stay for the weekend or whatever. In this particular year, I invited my friend who I've known a long time, and like me, he's the only person in the world that's ever driven a train on my layout. So, you know, he has a connection. But he thought, you know, he'd like to come and see what it's like. He's not a great train enthusiast. And maybe going to this probably made him even less so, but never mind. If you don't try it, you don't know, do you? So, yeah, he said he'd come. So in August, I bought 2 tickets for the Saturday. Fine, so it's all right. I printed them out, as you do, off the email, and I safely put them on my notice board, you know, ready to go with us. Okay, great. So, although you may not know this, usually when you go to G.E.T.S, you drive straight to the stadium at Milton Keynes and you park your car and you get in the queue to wait to go in at 9:30 in our case. This year was a bit different in that Milton Keynes stadium had a football match on. Yeah. A football match on a Saturday afternoon. Blimey, what's the world coming to? So we couldn't park at the stadium, and it was arranged, and I think very well, because it was probably fairly short notice, that we would all park at the Milton Keynes Bowl, and they would bus us in, which, to be honest, that's what they did. And you'll see a bit of bus. Although to me, my eyes, it's more a coach. So anyway, this is going on a bit, so I need to get into this. So I agreed with my friend that I would stay with them over the Friday night, because there were lots of roadworks my way, going on, and I just thought, you know, you're going to get the jam and which a lot of the YouTubers did get caught out and were late to our meetup, and that was at 11 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I drove up on the Friday. I thought it was going to be really, really, really wet and horrible, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Got to my friend, great, had a chat. I was sitting there having my cup of tea, as you do. I suddenly realised something. I'd left the tickets here. But with the wonders of the internet and technology, with his computer and his printer, we managed to print the tickets off again, which is great. So that was good. I didn't fancy driving all the way home here and back again. So the day dawned, and we left at a reasonable time, and we got to the bowl. And we were a bit of luck, we managed to get parked right near to where the buses went, the coaches. Queues, really, it's been a day of queues, both getting on the bus to go, waiting to get into the venue and present our tickets, which were duly accepted, and queues everywhere in the arena. But you know, that's G.E.T.S for you. And obviously with my friend, you know, he was very good. He sort of let me get on with it and wandered off and had a look round, and I hope he had a good time and wasn't too bored. You know, we're not all model railway enthusiasts, are we, by any feat of the imagination. But you know, he came along and he'd experienced it. That's the thing, I think. So I did filming with the little camera, and yeah, okay, whatever. And as I said, I got back and oh dear, blimey. So what you'll see now is what I've managed to, shall I say, cobble together out of what was left, or what was left after it went on the cutting room floor. But I think some of what I've got in should have been on the cutting room floor, but I just didn't have, you know, the amount. So hope you'll watch. I'd like some comments and things. Should I have binned it all and not bothered? Looking forward to next year is all I can say. But there we are. That's where we are, aren't we? So cheers everybody, and just please subscribe if you want to. A like would be nice if you know. If you think I was brave to put this out, then yeah, a like might be worth it, mightn't it? All right, so see ya. So enjoy the video anyway. Okay, everybody, bye.
So this is the coach we had in the morning and in the evening as well when we went home. And all jolly, really close together seats on these. Get a lot of people in them, even though they're quite short coaches. Pretty good. So here we are, G.E.T.S 2023, and the making tracks. And I sort of tried to squeeze in just to get a little bit of film right at the beginning. We were about 10 minutes after they opened when we actually finally got in. And yeah, as you can see, not the greatest pictures ever. But I did catch them, so something. I was pleased to get anything, I think.
Coming through the tunnel.
The crowds
a long way away.
and the audience were horrendous. I've never seen it as busy as this, and really early as well, you know. But they've done a superb job, the Making Tracks team, to get this up in 2 days. I've been speaking to some of the workers that have done it, and you know, they've been there till 1 o'clock in the morning to try and get it to all work. I think they could have done with a bit more time. The fiddle yard, huge, isn't it? Look at it. Look at it. There's another train trundling along, and you get jiggled and bobbled about a bit sometimes, as well as me shaking, of course. They move quite quickly in the fiddle yard, surprisingly. So you can see, you know, people everywhere, you know, 2, 3, 4 deep. So I did manage to get to the station bit, which was always the busiest, I would say, of anywhere, as you can see. Yes, it was difficult. And I admire the people that did manage to get some good film of it, you know. I didn't, but I've done the best I can with what I had left. The good old container train. Where would the world be without these, eh? Although that one's a little bit short. I reckon it's lost a bit of it. But, you know, stretching into infinity. Absolutely amazing. That's that way. I think, did I do one the other way? No, I did the signals. These are masterpieces, aren't they? Along with the masts for the overhead power cables. They did a job, didn't they? They really did. Amazing. Well done to all the rail nuts group. Are they off to all the battles that are going on at the moment? It's not good, is it? So here we are, another layout. I've got a feeling I've seen this before. I'm not sure, but I think I have.
Room, do you?
No, I mean this in my thing would be twice as long, you know, and twice as wide. So another layout. This was nice as well. This was really nice. They even had this little monitor, I think, showing what was going on in the roundhouse. There was a nice roundhouse here, I think. So it's pretty good.
The bottom of the Edinburgh and Edinburgh Railway actually finished at Burnside because they couldn't cross the fault. The bridge was built. So at Burnside, they built the locomotive.
Oh, good hand, well done.
They built the locomotive behind me.
It'll be on YouTube, that will.
Okay, so anything that came from the fight in terms of coal and all the passengers that came down from.
So I took a few pictures of this layout as well, and I think I'll let them speak for themselves. I don't think they need me to say any more. So a truly superb layout. Well done to all involved in it. And yeah, we had a few traders there. So I just took a few pictures interspersed with all the rest of this. And then we went on to YouTubers. Well, these two aren't actually YouTubers, but they're related to a very famous YouTuber that I know. And there's the man himself on the right, Alan from Dragon Junction Mark II. And I'm sorry, there's lots of people here that I don't actually know their names. And as you can see, the photos are really, really blurred. I don't know what happened here. I think low light probably doesn't help, but you can see, I think it's the biggest YouTuber meetup we've had for a very long time. Nearly everybody was here. And the ones that weren't here came in a bit later because they got held up in the on getting to the venue, which I did mention earlier on, didn't I? But yeah, everybody was here. Everybody near enough. And it was we had a good old chat with all of us. So another layout. Let's have a look at this one, shall we? As you can see, it's a very long train going up this hill, and what they did in the old days, they'd have a little loco on the back there that would help it up the hill. It would join on as it got to the bottom of the hill and then leave it at the top. Obviously not needed on the way back down.
Me and my brother used to go trains like when we were kids. Get a train from.
So again, Elaine's trains seem to be at a lot of the shows. I've seen them quite often, and they do have a good set of stuff for you to buy. There's some mainline coaches here, rather nice, aren't they? And alongside them were this set here, and I actually bought this, I think, when I first started out. In fact, I'm not sure it didn't come with my first order from Hatton's. I think it might have done. So yeah, a bit of video of things. Sorry it's not close enough to see them, but you'd have to go to the show to buy some of this anyway, wouldn't you? So, or their shop. But yes, a lot of stock. So we had Mike Wilde on the Hornby magazine stand. He's organised it all, so he's done really, really well. Well done. And his old colleague from Hornby magazine, Richard from New Junction, now working for G.E.T.S, and smiling as always. And these are some of the products that G.E.T.S had in their little glass towers that they tend to have. So just have a look at these. And here's some sort of bodies ready, I suppose, 3D, and what they start off with to check everything's right. And here's some of the stuff that's you can see going around on making tracks, I suppose you could say. So another layout, one of these little ones that are in their own box. Very nice. You can see the little handles at the front where they change the points.
We have a whistle.
Simplest way really, you don't have to put a hand in there, you just pull them or push them. Quite an easy way of doing it on this sort of layout. I didn't get to see much of this running because there were a lot of people looking at this. It's amazing what you can get on a little space, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. Well done. So I was pleased to get some layouts filmed, but it was, you know, everyone was pretty well crowded with people looking. So few photos. I think I got a little bit of running, not too much. Yeah.
Stopping right opposite, looking off. We have that 15 to 7.
I really admire the end gaugers who manage to get these little locos to run over all their point work and everything. It's hard enough in double O sometimes. So well done. Well, we'd probably say this is either an 03 or an 04 shunter. They look very similar, I believe. So coupled up to all these carriages, I think 4 carriages. And off she went to go up the hill, I think. But I tend to have a feeling that she was struggling here and wasn't quite making it. So Locomotion Models had a little stand there, and the chap on the right I met at the meetup, had a little chat with him. And these do some really superb models, don't they? So that's a little bit of their display.
31018. Yes.
A bit of explanation.
Coming out next year.
Next year, yeah.
First quarter.
Now this might look like something from Star Trek, but in fact it's a light with the name of the little layout underneath it, and there it is. And again, it's amazing what you can get in a very small space, isn't it? Absolutely well done.
Don't watch it for too long, how would you get giddy?
So the time came to go home. Now I never stayed till the very end because otherwise it's absolutely chaos with all the traffic and everything. And I think with having to catch this coach, and yes it is the same picture as at the beginning because I took all these pictures at the end. The queue was pretty long to wait for the buses, as you can see, but I must admit they did get through them pretty quick. So well done to them. It's all right. So a little bit of the little journey, not very far.
That's a bit good, right?
So listen to these old buses do their thing, it's great.
So what did you think to the tracks, a little bit OTT? Yeah, it's good to have a think
It's tight, isn't it? Even for this little short one.
So just have a look at the queues to get the buses. So the one that we just passed is for the parking, and I think this one that we've seen before, I think this was to take you to the station. I'm not quite sure, I think so.
It can't get any smaller, can it?
So as we carry on, we go past the stadium, and of course all this coach stuff was due to the football match, which was on, and we did hear a few cheers, so we don't quite know who won or whatever, but there we are. So I hope it's not the same next year. So a few of the things I picked up, I didn't actually buy anything except tea and a thing, and not a lot of that because I had it bought for me, which was nice of them. So I did pick up a few cards from YouTubers, and I dished out 25 of my own to them. And this is Tony Northeastern's one, and my friend who was with me thought this was a picture of a real station. So it just shows you the amount of skill that we have in our hobby, doesn't it? And the next card was from John at Piccadilly Model Railway, and that's his model of Piccadilly Station in Manchester. They're superb people, absolutely great. So that's the end of this lot. and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers everybody. If you liked, please well, like more than anything, but subscribe if you haven't. Cheers. Bye.